one beyond my wildest dreams. Maybe that one could have carried me to streets of gold. Things aren't always as they seem. Looking back on all the chances that I missed, some I held, some slipped away. One street over where my memories exist, I wonder what would change, I really couldn't say. In this life there's nothing certain, except the curtain that rises to the stage. Silly games of second guessing, I just forget the lessons that I couldn't learn. Because one street over there's a life I could have known, would have kept me from the one I had today.
Oh, good morning. I'm going to interrupt the guys before they get started again. This is 1100 WSGI. I'm LaVern, and this is One Street Over. Ridgetop Ramblers singing us in as usual with our theme song. Love those guys. Got to have them in sometime. You know, it's one of those things, though, with this 7 o'clock start, some people, just can't get their work schedule around it. So, but I'd love to have Ridgetop Ramblers in here sometime just to thank them for letting us take that title and make it about what's going on down the street, one street over from where we're living here in good old Robertson County. But we, of course, are worldwide here at Ebenezer Broadcasting. And it's so fun to see other people chime in from across the U.S. I've even got friends down in Mexico that will chime in every now and then. And we just got friends all over. And because of what we've got going on with having this available to us on the internet, you can check out the show 24/7. Of course, terrestrially, we cover the county and the edges of the surrounding counties, and we appreciate you so much being a part of 1100 WSGI if you're listening on old-fashioned radio. What have we got going on today? First off, a couple of things. Good morning to everybody. Hi, Paul. And Miss Charlene is on here. She had a big birthday yesterday. Happy birthday, Charlene. I did not know it was your birthday, so officially happy birthday to Miss Charlene Sullivan from My Father's House. And heard that they are moving into a house. If you know, a couple of weeks ago, they had a big fire, and continue just to see if you can possibly help with the family and the things that they might need. We'll reach out to Charlene and get her in here and say, okay, what do you need? Because, sometimes people, when they'll get overwhelmed before they, until they have their space and they're in their new house, they don't need just a ton of stuff. But now that they're, getting into a new place, I'm sure there's going to be things they're going to need. So, Charlene, we need to talk to you about those needs and see if the community can't help you out. But happy birthday. And the things that are going on around, there's just a lot going on. We're coming up on the fair pretty soon, mid-September. And so Tommy Marsh, Crooked Eye Tommy, is going to be in here tomorrow. Always fun visiting with my friend Tommy. And he went on this tour of Croatia and did a bunch of shows over there. It's going to be fascinating to talk to him about some of his experiences. So he's coming in tomorrow. Going to spend the morning with him. Today we've got Lee Marie had a couple of guests coming in. One, Jason Royalty, and I'm trying to think exactly where he's from. But then we have also got the Tennessee Rhythm, which is a dance group Mary Beth Clark is a part of, and her kiddos, and they're going to be coming in. They were the state fair first place winners. So, the state fair is officially the Wilson County Fair now, is my understanding. So that happened a couple of weeks ago. And apparently Tennessee Rhythm won first place. And they're also part of Chet. And Lee Marie, who fills in for me when I am out, her and her husband, Stephen, they've started working at Chet. If you're not familiar with Chet, it's a homeschool group that just helps parents. Maybe if you homeschool, but you have a subject that you struggle with, well, you can get together with this co-op of parents and have more specialized need. And so Stephen and Lee Marie are helping with that. What's really interesting is it meets at my church, my congregation up at Madison Church Christ. And so we just love having them in that space. We're just love the things that we can do in the community. So they're coming in at 7:30. We're waiting on Jason coming in here. And he's from one of the big churches, and I'm just going blank. Somebody tell me. Jason Royalty and South Haven. There he is. I just couldn't get it out. He's from South Haven, and so he's due to come in here just any minute. So we're hoping he's going to slide on in here and talk to us about things going on. South Haven, just an amazing place. All these congregations around that just make such a difference in the community. We had Senator Kerry Roberts in here yesterday, and we had some tech issues with my feed that I had on Facebook, so I had to take it down. But I'm going to try to fix it and put it back up. But again, that's just something that's backstory. But something that Senator Roberts and I talked about was one of our favorite preachers. One of the preachers, I've got a lot of favorite preachers, but we got a new one at Madison, as a matter of fact. Russ is awesome, but he has retired, and Michael Ross has stepped into that role, and we've had just a couple of weeks with him, so we're super excited about the vision he has for our congregation. But so many wonderful spiritual leaders, but one that I do follow, I talk a lot about, is Bobby Davis at the Life Church out in Cookeville. And a lot of us have gotten exposed to him because our kiddos had exposure to him whenever they were in college at Tech. So anyway, Bobby was talking about how that, Jason, is that you? Get on in here and sit down, hun. But I was just kind of vamping for a minute. But I just wanted to say, Bobby was talking about how that, our call is to be the light in the darkness. And the reason I brought that up is because you're from South Haven. That is correct?
Yes, that's
And you guys are definitely a light in the darkness. Your congregation, I've never had an affiliation with you guys because I've got such a deep affiliation with Madison Church of Christ. I've been there since 1989. Those are my people. That's my family. Yeah. And so I haven't had the opportunity, but oh my goodness, I hear so much about you guys, and I see, and I know your people. I run into people, that are like, oh, I go to South Haven, and there's just so much that you guys do. You have your school, you do, I do work with Celebrate Recovery, but y'all have your recovery program that's been around how long? Do you know? That's probably not what you came to talk about, but just kind of put you on this.
At least 20 years in the recovery.
Yeah. Pull that microphone right to you there.
Yeah.
So, it's just been a minute. So you're here. Lee Marie said, I've got some people from South Haven that need to come in and talk to you. And I know that you were on at 7:30, and then they switched you because we got the dance troupe coming in here at 7:30. So what is going on with you? Welcome. Well, we're so glad to have you.
It's good to be here. I've never been to the station. And so it's
get a little lost.
I just had to kind of,
okay,
I think this is right, but
yes, you're
making sure, yeah.
But
I remember hearing you, of course, on 1510 years and years ago. The traffic, and so it's nice to meet you.
28 years, thank you. Yeah, incredible. It's been a minute. So, but
I've been the worship pastor at South Haven for 23 years. I'm in my 23rd year.
Okay.
2001.
Okay.
And so I've been full-time associate pastor and worship pastor.
That is cool.
Yeah.
So what's your background?
Well, I grew up in church. My dad's a pastor, and so we grew up in Northeast Ohio. My dad pastors there. He's retired now, but my grandpa is a Southern Baptist pastor as well, and so we grew up in church, and we grew up singing. My mom and dad both sing, and that was just part of our life. And so the brothers, there's 5 of us all together, and we're all in ministry.
Wow.
Brother pastors in Cleveland, Ohio.
What a legacy.
Sisters in North Carolina.
Okay.
Her husband pastoring, and so we're just thankful, for the legacy that we have.
That's amazing. When you said 5, I thought, oh, all boys? No, but you got a sister in there.
2 sisters.
Two sisters there. See, I'm a boy mama. I got 4 boys. I mean, I have 4 boys.
That's
so
what we have.
Yeah.
My wife is a boy mom.
Oh, cool. There's nothing like it. There's nothing like it. I just love my boy family, but well, very cool. So, the things that are going on at South Haven, what have you guys got coming up? I know y'all got some things coming up that you want to talk about. What specifically?
Yeah. So our annual Springfield Gospel Music Sampler is coming Thursday night. And it'll
this week.
This week. Yeah.
Wow.
2
Okay.
days, 2 days. So, Tom has been here talking about it. Higher Calling will be here. We've got another couple. We've got a couple bluegrass groups that are going to be performing. So the Tri-State Ramblers will be there.
Very familiar.
And so we're excited to have them. Amelia goes to our school. And
yes.
So we're glad to have them playing. And then we'll have some groups. His Own, which is a sisters group from our church. They're going to be singing. Our quartet, Haven Airs from our church, will be singing. Our choir will be singing as well that night.
That's so cool. The kiddos, the Tri-State Ramblers, we had them in because they did a deal up at the museum. Mm-hmm. I just love seeing those kids doing what they're doing. They're so much fun. And we had the girls in here, Danita's kids, and Amelia and Reagan, right?
Yep, that's right.
Did I get it right? So, but had them in, and it's just so much fun to watch those talented kids. That's going to be fun. So Thursday night, what time?
7:00.
Okay.
We'll open at 6:30.
Okay.
And so, if you come a little early, I guess you'll hear some sound checks and stuff. But officially, we'll open at 6:30 and then start at 7.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, and we'll go till about 9. And so it'll be a good night, just music, and we sing and do some Gaither style stuff, and then just listen to the group sing as well. So we've been doing this maybe 7 or 6 or 7 years, and it's really a fundraiser for our Lydia ministry. It's the ladies in our church. They have a ministry called Lydia Ministry, and what they do is they raise money to help our foreign missionaries with just projects that they have. So if there's an emergency, they have to hurry up and get back from the field. Mm-hmm. Those funds are available to help them to do that, as well as they do other things throughout the year. So it's a fundraiser. It's a free event, but we will be taking a free offering. And so,
That's so cool, and I love the name, the Lydia Ministry. That's awesome. That just brings up all kinds of imagery. Yeah. But I love this. This is so fun, and I just would love to have more exposure because I look over there because I drive. I've been a commuter my whole career, and so I have burned up the pavement on 41. I mean, Dickerson Road. I'm on it.
Oh, yeah.
And so I pass it all the time, whenever y'all have the traffic patrol out there and all of that. So I guess the reason I'm saying all this is as I have gone past there, I've never been up in your complex. Okay. So where would I go to if I wanted to come past this? Can you kind of give me some guidance? Because as I glance over there, I'm like, well, where would this be? Is it in the main sanctuary? Is it obvious where I need to go when I pull in there?
Yeah, so when you turn right onto Academy Drive, drive on up across from the new worship center, you'll be able to see it's just a large building on the left. There's a parking all in that area across the road there, and we'll try to have some parking attendants as well to point people in the right direction, and they can just park there, walk across the little driveway there, and into the worship center.
So it'll be obvious.
Yeah.
Because I'm not kidding. As I pass it, I think, oh my goodness, that's a big place. I wouldn't know where to go.
Yeah.
Well,
and so it's a little confusing because there's a church at the end of the driveway up on the top of the hill, and that was our old auditorium. Now our Hispanic ministry meets there.
Cool.
And so that's all theirs. But there's signs all through the property now. We've got those about maybe 8 months ago, and so everything's labeled and
very cool.
All the worship center auditorium.
I love it. We're talking with Jason Royalty. He is with South Haven, and I'm going to pause for a second, and we're talking about all things South Haven, but particularly their event coming up on Thursday night, which we want you to be a part of. And tell me the name of it again.
Springfield Gospel Music Sampler.
I love it. Springfield Gospel Music Sampler. It sounds like fun. Sounds like a good way to just get out of the heat and go and sit. I mean, right now is, being outside is hot. So, we're ready for things to cool off. This would be a good way just to go in and just spend some time in worship.
Yeah,
I love music worship better than any. I was listening to Stephen Curtis Chapman.
Oh, man.
My goodness. Oh, I just had to let his song play out because that man, I could listen to him. You just have those people and those songs. You're talking about the Gaithers and, just all those things, just bring back all these memories and just such good stuff. So
it puts our spirit in the right place, right?
absolutely. To be the light in the darkness. You got to refuel.
That's right.
That's where you get refueled. I love it. Talking with Jason Royalty from South Haven, and going to pause for a second and talk about my friends, Cumberland Connect. Just so excited. We were talking with, we just didn't get to really talk a whole lot about this because we ran out of time yesterday. So that's why I wanted to bring it back up today. Talking to Senator Roberts yesterday about Cumberland Connect and how there was, you can never say there was favoritism in the way Cumberland Connect installed this because our state senator still doesn't have it. The way that they served the community, they wanted to go to the underserved first. And it was the people who had no connectivity that they took care of right out of the gate. And one of my friends, she had an upload speed, Gwen, that's on here all the time, she had an upload speed of like 1.5 or download. It was horrible. And so she got it before I did because mine was a big old 3.5. It was terrible too. But now I'm in the 400s, 500s most of the time. It's just incredible. It is a wonderful thing. It is a utility now, and so they want to help you out if you're somebody that has struggled trying to pay for internet. Well, they have an affordable connectivity program providing qualifying households with monthly credit to help pay for internet services. And if you're eligible, you could receive a credit of up to $30 per month toward broadband services. Get in touch with Cumberland Connect today and find out when they're going to come knocking on your door. You got to be a Cumberland Electric customer. That's the only caveat to that. Call 1-800-987-2362, 1-800-987-2362, or go to cumberlandconnect.org, cumberlandconnect.org. Put in your zip code, and they'll tell you when you can expect them. And always, please let them know that U-Turn sent you. Talking with Jason Royalty about the Springfield Gospel Music Sampler. I write the whole thing down. But sounds like a wonderful time. What kind of a crowd do you expect? In the past, have you had a pretty good attendance on that?
We usually have about 250.
Oh, awesome.
I'd like to do more than that this year.
Yeah.
And we sure love to invite everyone to come out that has an interest in that. So
Are there going to be snacks?
yes, we'll have some vendors.
Got to have snacks.
Yeah, we'll have some vendors, some baked goods available, and so yeah.
Okay, well, very good. Because we're where we are. You got to always have food out
We should
there.
have like peanuts and peanut M&Ms for sale, like movie type, snacks.
There you go. There you go. And so this is something that it's not something where we come together and sing together. We're going to be listening to the music.
It's probably 20% singing together and 80% listening.
Okay, good. Yeah. So there'll be some times where I can join in if I want.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, because I always love that. I mean, that's just, I'm an old church Christ girl, and we just a cappella. Yeah. And people who've never experienced that, they're like, but man, when you hear it, it's pretty awesome.
Best a cappella.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. We that's when you're talking about growing up singing. My whole family did too, but just in congregation, So that's one thing I think I would have loved to have been a part of, a choir or something like that, to where I could have honed my skill, I guess you might say, but
vocally, a cappella music is the best to train vocally. Mm-hmm. But of course, I do love the instruments.
Yeah, I do too. See, I love it all. Yeah. I love it all. I grew up in the same area with Stephen Curtis Chapman. That's why he's he grew up in West Kentucky. I took guitar lessons from his dad.
Oh, wow.
And actually had a couple of lessons from Stephen, but, because we're the same age, just almost exactly the same age. And so, we're so proud of him, and we're just like in awe. I had no idea. I had no appreciation for what they were doing at the time. Mm-hmm. And I wish we'd had that. I really think that's one thing. I wish I'd been exposed to all of it. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense? Yeah, I would have liked to have had an exposure to all of it. And what are we missing? Anything else you've got about 10 minutes here. What else is coming up at the church that you want to talk about?
We've got a big fall coming up. Of course, we celebrate our anniversary in the fall. So the last Sunday of October, we'll celebrate the 38 years at South Haven. And
really?
I've been there 23 of those.
Wow.
So, yeah. We've had the same pastor for 38 years. And
wow.
Maybe we can get him on the radio sometime. And
he's been in here before.
Has he? Okay.
Yeah. But I'd love to have him again. But really? He's been
Same
in there
pastor, 38 years. So
Okay.
Pastor Frank Gagliano has been.
Okay. Well, no, maybe I haven't had him on. Who was I thinking of? I don't know who I was thinking of, but I can't remember. We've been doing this a minute. We've been doing this for a few years. So I may have had him in. I just can't remember.
Yeah.
But that blows my mind because I got to. I've been here 31 years, and so I mean, I've watched y'all build that.
Yeah.
That's amazing because it has certainly. I mean, it's just grown and grown and grown.
It's grown.
So that just is a testimony to what you're doing. So when did the school start? Did it start immediately, or was it after?
It was Tabernacle Christian School and Tabernacle Baptist Church existed before he came, and then when he came, just with some circumstances, they decided to reconstitute the church and begin a new church in South Haven, and so Tabernacle Christian School had existed previous to that, and then it just became South Haven as well. So it was started, it's in its 38th year as well.
Wow. How many? Do you know what the student? How many kids y'all have at South Haven?
We have about 350.
Wow. Okay.
In, K through 12.
Okay.
And then another 150 or so in the daycare. So.
Oh wow!
Any day of the week, you come around. There's about 500 kids running around.
Wow!
Well, they're not running. Not supposed to be running around, but they're.
I had no idea it was that big.
Yeah.
Wow, and that many in daycare. Wow, that is amazing. What a gift it is to have, just a Christian, option and stuff. Because I mean, I'm in the school system. Yes, I'm a school teacher, but my kids went to Good Pasture, and it had nothing to do with it had nothing to do with education. It had to do with Jesus.
Yeah.
And pure. Plain and simple. I wanted Jesus with them. And so, that's the struggle bus in public schools is they put limits on us. And I mean, my kids know that because I still work part-time in ministry. Yeah. So, but I have to, I can't say everything that I would say in a Christian school setting. Sure. So, I'm thrilled to be there, but man, I see the value in a Christian education. It's just a very personal decision. I have respect like crazy the ones at homeschool. I mean, you have to pray about it and do what the good Lord's leading you to do, and that's why I'm in the public school system. But y'all pray for all of us Jesus freaks in there that we don't get in trouble.
There's a lot of Jesus loving people in the public.
You
school.
better believe it.
Teachers,
you better believe it.
We're working with Fellowship Christian Athletes, our youth pastors there.
Mm-hmm.
And, so those kinds of things are wonderful. But you're right. There are some limits. What you can do. Whereas in a Christian school, it's what you're getting when you come into that. And so, we're going to teach the Bible as the Word of God.
Mm-hmm. So you're affiliated with Fellowship of Christian Athletes, then you mentioned that because I want to get Andrew Fortner in, and because I know he leads this area, so Andrew actually grew up at Madison, and so want to get them in because as we're kind of setting the scene and going into the fall. That's something that we just can't. We need mentors. We need mentors for these kiddos, and talk to your leadership that's in Fellowship of Christian Athletes and get involved any way you can because there's so many teams that do not have mentors involved. But anything we can do to help these kids understand that they're precious and they're treasures.
Yeah, that's right.
That's what it's all about. But very cool.
Our youth pastor's involved in that, and like I said. Paul Dauphin, he'd be more than happy to come in.
Awesome.
He knows Andrew and obviously so.
Well, we'll work on that. I'm actually trying to get somebody from FCA in on Thursday morning because we're during the school year we try to do sports stuff on Thursday mornings from 7 to 7:30. So we're still trying to kind of get all that together. But so maybe we'll visit on that. But tell us again all the details about your event on Thursday night. Give them the particulars. If you're just joining us, we're talking with Jason Royalty. He is with South Haven Baptist Church, and they have got a big event on Thursday night. So unpack it for us once again.
So the Springfield Gospel Music Sampler will start at 7 o'clock. Mm-hmm. We have quartet Southern Gospel music. We've got bluegrass music. Some local groups will be there. Tri-State Ramblers, Higher Calling with Tom and Hunter and those guys will be with us. We have some quartets and trios from our church. Our church choir will be singing. And so it'll be a great night of music, and we'll be singing together and listening to some great music. It starts at 7 o'clock. Doors open at 6:30. It's a fundraiser. It's a free event. No ticket needed, but there will be a free will offering taken for our Lydia ministry that helps our missionaries, our local and our
Some of the
international
foreign.
mission.
What kind of international missions do y'all have going on? Anything that's just a passion for you?
You know,
Do you have a favorite? I know it's like asking who your favorite kid is, but do you have one? I mean, we have stuff going on in Ukraine and Mexico, and I could, I have my things that I know more about. So I'm just, do you have one that you're just like, yeah, man, we're doing this and people need to know about it?
we were in Haiti for 8 years. We took missions trips to Haiti every year for 8 years, and we haven't been able to go since 2019.
Right.
That was probably my favorite mission field. I've been to Africa with one of our missionaries.
Very cool.
Tanzania. So he's doing a great job. But I love missions and love to be able to go on missions trips. And so anything we can do to help, fulfill what God is calling them to do, we try to do. We support over 100 missionaries at our church and try to help them with special projects and different things as well.
Very cool. And, you mentioned Haiti. That's one to be praying over, guys, because that place you talk about, it's just so dangerous. I mean, it's just so dangerous.
There's a lot of people that want to get in right now to help.
Yeah.
Can't because it's so dangerous.
Well, and the same thing with Ukraine. We've got missions in Ukraine and just so much. But I just love seeing seeing the family get out and just be in the hands and feet of Jesus. That's what it's all about. And so that's what this is about on Thursday night. It's a free event. Come out, but of course they're going to take up a donation that's going to help in the mission field in all aspects. And so for the women led mission group called Lydia.
Yep, that's right. And they're just organizing all of our missionaries to help us stay in touch with them better.
Sure.
And they do a great job. I mean, it's wonderful. So
wonderful. You need to come back and bring your pastor that's been there forever. And because I can't remember if I've had him in or not, but I'd love to have him in sometime. And also too, sounds like a great event. One thing that I just kind of popped in my head, you mentioned that. Did you say something about food trucks or just vendors?
no, we're going to have a couple of vendors.
Just vendors,
At
not
least
food
one
trucks.
I know of
Okay.
that have some baked goods.
Okay, so there's going to be snacks and things like that, and I don't know why. I had a little blurb in my head that I thought you'd mentioned food trucks, but it starts at 7. It's going to be a night to get out of the heat because the temperatures are still not real pleasant out there. I mean, we're still kissing 80 and 90 off and on throughout the week, so we're not cooled down yet. But this would be a great way just to come into the auditorium and cool down and just worship and get your Jesus on and get refilled to head into Labor Day.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. People don't realize Labor Day is coming up this weekend. So what better way to get you refueled before you go out into the world just to kind of remind you who you are and how you need to act.
Yeah.
How about that?
I like it.
All right. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Come back anytime.
All right. Thank you.
God bless you. Jason Royalty, he is with South Haven Baptist Church. Y'all join them on Thursday night, again, for the Springfield
Gospel Music Sampler.
There you go. What he said, 7 o'clock on Thursday night. Thank you so much. I'm going to let y'all switch while I take a break. And we'll be right back with Tennessee Rhythm. They're going to be joining us here in just a minute, the state champions. And I'm looking forward to talking to them. But we do want to talk about my friends at Veterans Motorplex. Can't say enough about getting out to the races this weekend. It'll be a really good time. Y'all come on in and sit down. You're fine. Come on in. But this would be a great time to come out to the races. Just come on in and sit down, make yourself comfortable. This is an opportunity for you to get out and go see some local racing. It is a lot of fun. And if you've not been to the races, you do not know what you're missing. You need to get out. If you can get your hands on one of these papers that they put out at the end of the school year, they're still around before the new one comes out. The back page is a $40 value, and this will get in up to 6 kids and 2 adults in for free at the races. And if you want to follow them and see all that's going on, go to Highland Rim Speedway. Go to Highland Rim Speedway, and they'll give you all the particulars about what's happening at Veterans Motorplex. You can, if they have any kind of a delay, any kind of a rain delay, they'll put it there. But typically on Saturday night through October, you're going to have the gates open at 4. Racing starts at 6 and goes to about 9 o'clock. So get ready for it. It is a good time. Jerry and all the guys at Veterans Motorplex, they are just great friends of this program, great sponsors of this program, and we just can't do it without them. So get to the races if you haven't been. And if you can't get your hands on one of these, $40 ticket gets in 6 kids and up to 6 kids and up to 6 kids and 2 adults in for one price. They got a great concession stand. Always a good time. the old Highland Rim Speedway, 6801 Kelly Willis Road in Greenbrier, 6801 Kelly Willis Road in Greenbrier. You can call them at 615-643-8725, 615-643-8725. And please always tell them that U-Turn sent you. Oh my goodness, I got the kiddos in here. How are we doing? Are y'all all siblings? No, not at all. Okay, y'all gonna have to get up on that microphone. Y'all are so stinking cute. Okay, and this is Tennessee Rhythm, fresh back from the state fair. Am I right? And y'all were first place winners. Oh my gosh, you're gonna have to get on that microphone, kiddos. And so, I don't know, are there any extra chairs out there, Mom? I didn't know we had so many coming in here, but I knew we had kiddos. But we'll just have to. Y'all just have to kind of get up close to that microphone and talk right into it. I want y'all to get on the microphone and introduce yourselves for me. So get right up on there, babe. Go ahead. Just go right down the line. Y'all tell me who you are. Go ahead.
I'm Camry.
Camry?
Yes, ma'am.
Camry. And what's your name?
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth. What's your name?
Will.
Will?
Treble.
And what?
Treble.
Treble? What cool name. That's cool. So how many of you are siblings? I think isn't there a set of twins? You three. Which one are the twins?
He calls himself the third twin, but me and Will are twins.
You're twins. Okay. Okay, we got to fix this microphone situation. So y'all got to get right on it. Talk right in. Get up in it. Okay. Okay. So here's the thing. I got to ask you, twins. How many times do you get the question? Because I'm a mom of twins. How many times do people come up and ask you, "Are you identical?" Do people ask you that, and you're like, "We're boy, girl"? That's a stupid question. Do you get that?
Yes, ma'am.
Isn't that silly? I just love that because my twins look nothing alike. They're just brothers with the same birthday. So you guys, even being boy, girls, people still ask you if you're identical.
Yes, ma'am.
People are so silly. But anyway, so how long have y'all been dancing? Talk to me, kids.
I've been dancing for going on my 11th year.
Okay, you got to talk in the front of the mic. So you can turn it, you can move it around. So you're doing fine. But when you get right up on that mic, just talk right into it. So how many years have you been dancing?
I'm going on my 11th year of dancing. And
Oh.
this is my first year of square dancing with this team.
Okay. So were y'all nervous at the state championship? I mean, at the state fair? Because, I mean, you guys won. Was it a state fair competition as in was it just the state fair competition or was it a state championship or how does it all work with all that? Do y'all know? They're looking at you, Mom. You may have to come in here and help them out.
Yes, ma'am. I think it was just the fair competition.
Okay.
You know how everybody else enters everything else for everything.
Yeah. Okay, I got you. Because people don't realize, and I don't think I really realized, that the Wilson County Fair was officially the state fair. And so, and I don't understand all that went on with that, but as far as, closing the fairgrounds and all that down in Nashville, I mean, that was a journey. But now the state fair is officially the Wilson County Fair, and it just happened, and it was a little warm out there, I heard. Yeah. So a little bit sweaty and all that, but you had a good time. So what's next for you guys? Whenever you want to talk, get right on the microphone.
Well, we have a show. We're done with competitions till October, and then there's nationals in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, and then we are going to have a show, I think, September 22nd, he said.
Okay, so September 22nd, where is that show happening? You saying?
The Robertson County Fair.
Oh, so you're coming to our fair. Well, that's good. That's convenient because, we're talking to, have y'all met Crooked Eye Tommy? Have y'all met Tommy Marsh? He's my friend. He is the one that's putting together the music. So I would be surprised if you don't cross his path as the fair gets going because he does a lot of work because you'll be at the stage and all that. So you'll probably see Tommy, but he's coming in tomorrow is what I'm saying. So you guys are here. I know it's just hard to figure out where to set in it, darling. But, anyway, we got kiddos all over the place, but we've got with the fair coming up. It is going to be a wonderful time. So many wonderful things going on with the fair, and just cannot say enough about the different things that will be going on. And you said your date is the 23rd. Did you tell me? 22nd. What day of the week is it on? Is it on a Friday? Okay. So what do we have to do if we want to come out and see you? Do you know what time it is?
It is 6 to 7. It's for an hour.
Okay.
And we're just all going to be dancing out there. And I think in front of the stage we're going to be out there.
Say that one more time.
I think we're going to be out in front of the stage.
Okay, that's fun. Now I was at the barbecue cook-off that they had. Were you guys there?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I saw y'all. Y'all were good.
Thank you.
So who was it that I saw an older woman get out and dance
That's
too?
my grandmother.
No, she was adorable. So that's why you guys dance, is because Grandma. Okay, I got to meet this woman. She was fun. Will she come out and dance?
Yes, ma'am. She actually got third place at the Wilson County Fair this weekend.
She did. Was there like an age group and all of that kind of thing? Well, that's so cool. I mean, she was fun. That was a surprise. And you guys got to come out and see this. If you've not made plans to be a part of our fair, it is going to be a wonderful time. It's that week of the night. I think it starts on the 19th, doesn't it? And run through that entire weekend. What we're so thrilled about is that it's later in September, and so we're praying for cooler weather. But you guys will be up under the pavilion, so it'll be great. I mean, it's always nice up under that. And we've got just the best fairgrounds. It is so nice. So I'm excited. So what else do you guys want to share with me here? You've got all kinds of notes here. Who wants to share those? Okay. So let's see here. That you've won or placed at every competition this year. So that's pretty cool. So you guys are just like champions. When they come, they're like, man, Tennessee Rhythm's here. They're going to win, right? Is that how people see it? They see y'all coming and they're like, well, shoot. You want to talk, Treble? Get on in here and talk. You look like you got something to say. Talk right on talk right on the top of that mic. See how I'm talking right into the top of it? Tip it up to where you're talking right into the front of it for me. So there you go. So give it a shot there. So how long have you been dancing?
I've been dancing for about my whole life.
For your whole life. I love that. That's great. Did your grandma get you dancing?
My parents, they actually met dancing, and
oh, that's cool.
They danced on the Grand Ole Opry with my brother. He just started doing full time there.
So really, so okay, get back in here and say that again, please.
My parents, they met doing dancing, and they danced on the Grand Ole Opry with my brother. He just started dancing on there.
Really?
Yes, ma'am. And I dance on there sometimes too.
Oh, have you met Charlie Meadows? Do you know Charlie? He's the announcer.
Yes, ma'am.
He's my friend. We did radio together. We're so super proud of him. I mean, we're just so super proud of him. He's putting up pictures all the time, so I'm sure you've talked to Charlie. But if you're part of the Opry, but that's just, I'm so jealous. My childhood dream was to come and be a part of the Grand Ole Opry. And see, I've not made it. Maybe one day. I'm 60. You know, you never know. But I'm not a dancer, though. So I don't know, man. I don't know if that'll ever happen. But that's cool. I love the Grand Ole Opry. So what are you most excited about, what you guys have got coming up? I mean, you've won the state fair competition. You're going to dance at the fair. Have you got something that's coming up that it's a particular show or competition? You're like, man, that's something we're just excited about. You got something to say? Come on in here.
I'm just excited for all of it. I love going to competitions and hanging out with all of them. It's really fun.
How old are you?
I'm 15.
You're 15. So do you think this is something you're going to do for the rest of your life?
Maybe.
Maybe? Well, it'll keep you in shape. That's a big thing, right, Mom? For sure. But I tell you what, let me pause and take a break, and we're going to come back and we're going to continue talking to Elizabeth, Will, Treble, and Camry. Did I get them all? Very good. Thank you for the notes, Mom. So, but this is Tennessee Rhythm. They won the state fair competition at Wilson County. So there's 11 kids on the team. We'll talk a little bit more about this in just a minute, but I do need to pause and talk about my friends Barry and Rebecca Ridges with the Exit Realty Garden Gate team. The big news is that they now have a downtown office. They have opened up an Exit Realty office on the downtown square. And they want you to invite you to come in and just see what's going on. They have been great help in the real estate community for a long time. Rebecca, one of the first in the area to be a senior real estate specialist. Barry has been at this a long time, but he was a marketer before he was a realtor. Spent 17 years as a vice president of a media marketing company, which means he brings that expertise to the table to make sure people are going to see your property when it's available. But he wants to invite you to come out and talk to them and see what's going on at their new offices down on the square there at 101 5th Avenue West, 101 5th Avenue West here in Springfield. And they want to get you to come out and just talk to them, whether you're selling property, whether you're buying property. They cover the county beautifully. They specialize in Robertson County properties because they're from Cross Plains. They've been here for 27 plus years, but they also buy and sell in the surrounding counties and across the state line in Kentucky. Want to connect with them? Good way to do it is to go to sellwithbecky.com, sellwithbecky.com, or buy, BUY, RobertsonCounty.com. You can see all their listings. And you can also just pick up the phone and give Rebecca a call, 615-504-7425, 615-504-7425. And as always, please let our sponsors know that, you're paying attention and that U-Turn sent you. Okay, guys, let's talk a little bit more about some of the things that you've got going on. So you've done the Strawberry Festival, the Freshman Show. You've been, you're also part of Chet. All of you guys Chet kids? Because Miss Lee Marie, is Miss Lee Marie one of y'all's teachers?
No, ma'am.
Not yet. Okay. Well, she's somebody that works in here, and she is at Chet now. Her and Stephen Astaire, Mr. and Mrs. Astaire. Have you met them? Maybe. Well, do you know Chet is my home? Where y'all meet is my congregation, the Big Madison Church of Christ. That's where I've been there since '89. So that's my home. But so welcome. We're tickled that you're there. How long have y'all been involved with Chet?
This is my 5th year at Chet.
Okay. How do you like it?
I like it a lot.
That's great. Well, I was just talking with Mr. Jason Rhythm, or not Jason Rhythm, Jason Royalty, a little bit earlier about the Christian education and homeschool programs, and that's what Chet, if I'm not mistaken, is just if you're homeschooling and you want some specific subjects maybe that are not your expertise, you can come in. Do you teach at Chet? You do not teach at Chet. For some reason, I was thinking that you also taught at Chet. So, what were you pointing for Camry to say something?
Oh, her mama works at Chet.
Oh, what does your mom do?
She works in the booking, finance, and
Okay, well, I probably have seen her from time to time. But, what are we missing, kiddos? What else do we need to talk about? Just the different things. Are we missing anything, Mom? So, do you want to come in, Mom, and help out? She's trying her best not to and let the kiddos talk. But,
Your mom teaches. Oh, yeah, she teaches.
Okay, all right. Your mom teaches at Chet too, huh? Very good. So we got a lot of Chet kids in here. Also, all you guys homeschooled?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm a public school teacher, but no, that's fine. There's a place for everything. And my kids went to Good Pasture, so.
My cousins go there.
Okay. All 4 of my boys went to Good Pasture. So I'm definitely, Madison has been home for me for a long time up there. So are you guys all Robertson County kids? Where are y'all from?
Me and him, we're from Barren Plains, just outside of Springfield.
Okay.
I'm from Orlinda.
You're from Orlinda. And
Greenbrier.
you're from Greenbrier. Well, my goodness, if you went to public school, you might be in my class. How old are you?
I'm 13.
13. So what grade are you in?
8.
Yeah, see, wouldn't be yet. I teach high school. So, but anyway, well, very cool. I'm so excited to have you guys in here because I wish you could dance. Just somehow or another, but it'd be kind of hard to do. But y'all do like square dancing, you do buck dancing?
Yes, ma'am. We do square dancing, buck dancing, clogging, and flatfoot.
Okay, we're gonna have to understand the differences in all these. Okay, pull those microphones up there. Who can explain to me? I'll tell you what. We'll go one. We'll start with treble. What is buck dancing? Define buck dancing. Get right up on that microphone for me.
Can I do flatfoot?
Huh?
Can I explain flatfoot?
Okay, explain flatfoot. Since he's going first, explain flatfoot for me.
Flatfoot's you kind of keep your feet low to the ground.
Okay.
Kind of got to keep your rhythm a little bit.
Okay. So how can you not keep your feet low to the ground? They're on the ground. I don't understand.
Well, you get to that.
Yeah. Flatfoot. Okay. I wish we could let you illustrate it for us. So that's flatfoot. So say it again. You have to do what?
You have to keep your feet low to the ground.
So.
And your upper body kind of got to stay in one motion.
Okay.
You can't move a lot. You got to stay in one place.
How long have you been dancing?
I've been dancing my whole life.
Okay. And long time, 13 years. So so what are we?
And you can't wear taps.
You're what?
You can't wear tap shoes.
For flatfoot?
Yes,
Oh, okay. So you can't. So did any of y'all watch Beverly Hillbillies? Have you watched? Okay. Jed Clampett, what's he doing? What kind of dancing is he doing? Would he be more? I've always called it buck dancing, what he did, but would it more be flatfoot?
Probably buck dance.
You think more of a buck dance? Okay, because I absolutely love Jed Clampett. Buddy Epson, just amazing talent. But okay, so let's go on down the wheel. Can you define buck dancing for us? So tell me what buck dancing is.
Buck dancing is a little bit higher up than flat foot, and you just keep a steady beat.
Keep a steady beat, and it's a little bit hard. Y'all are cracking me up. This is so funny. For people who don't dance like me, I'm like, I always wanted to be able to buck dance. I'm 60 years old. Am I too old to learn to buck dance?
No, ma'am.
Are you sure about that? How about that, Mom? You think? No, really? I got a lot of arthritis, though. Would that hold me back, or would it be good for me? Do you think? Would it be good for me to you think it'd be good for me? So.
Brother, she's fixing to be 80.
Oh.
She's probably 3 years away from being 80, and she moves just with us all the time and dances.
Isn't that great? She's the one that was dancing at the fair or at the barbecue cook-off.
She dances all the time.
Well, good for her. That's awesome. But, okay, so you gave me 4 different types of dances. You said flat foot, buck dancing, clogging. So explain clogging to me, Elizabeth.
Okay, so clogging is like it's almost like you can do anything. You just have to keep a
No rules.
Yes, ma'am. Pretty much. You just
Free for all.
Yes, ma'am. You can go. If you could, you could go 6 feet in the air. I mean, you just have to keep a steady rhythm.
What is it that just typically? I'm thinking I know the answer, but when it comes to what I see on the Opry, what typically is the dance that is done at the Opry?
Clogging.
That's what I thought. Yeah. And that's pretty, because I had one of my old roommates right after I got out of college was a clogger. And I was just fascinated by it because, so is that, what's the most difficult one to do?
Probably. They all have their differences, but flat foot, you have to get a lot of rhythm in, and, clogging, you learn a lot more of rhythm steps, and it's just all different, but they all have difficulties to them. So.
Okay. So we have one other one that we didn't define, and I think that's just square dancing, right?
Yes.
Okay. Let's get right on that microphone for me. You've got a sweet little voice there. Okay. So explain square dancing.
With square dancing, you're doing clogging while you're doing it, and it's a group of 8 people.
Okay.
4 couples, and you're just going around doing.
So you basically, you're clogging, but at the same time you're kind of spinning and linking up with other, because clogging you're just independent, aren't you? Kind of.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, but so square dancing you kind of got to get in and you got to work as a team, maybe? Would that be the right way to say it? Okay, very good. So what is your favorite?
I love clogging.
You like clogging? I would think that would be fun. That would be fun. So with all of you guys dancing, there's an athleticism to it. Do you play do you have anything else you do athletically, or do you just not have time? Because yeah.
I used to play volleyball, but this year I quit so I can focus more on square dancing.
Okay, fair enough. I could see you being a volleyball. Any of you guys, any sports or anything, or is it all, you play what?
Baseball.
You look like a baseball player. Yeah. So come on, lean on that microphone. Where do you play baseball?
I play for a private school in White House. It's called Christian Community School.
Okay. So how long have you been playing baseball?
My whole life, pretty much.
Okay, again, my whole life, like he's an old man. His whole life he's been dancing, his whole life he's been playing baseball. I love it. You kids are awesome. What a bunch of beautiful kids. And so there's the team though is 11. There's 11 of you. So what age span are you the oldest, Camry?
I'm the second oldest.
Second oldest. So you've got one. What's the oldest in the group? Do you know?
16.
She's 16. Who's the youngest? Would be the twins?
Savannah, she is 11.
Okay. So how old are you guys?
We're 13.
13. Oh, you're the same age. Okay. So very good. You're kidding. Ha ha ha. I love this. We're older than him by 6 months, y'all. That's so cute. Y'all are adorable. I love it. Y'all are just the cutest things. But, okay, so let's recap, or I'll tell you what we'll do. Let me go ahead and do my my last. Oh, and I did not notice that Cheryl Chun's your coach.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, she's amazing. Which one's your mom? You're kidding me. I love your mom. She's so talented. Your mom and dad. Oh my gosh, I got to work with them at the Kilgore Station Bluegrass Festival, and so I was at that because I host that every year. But now on Friday night, I just kind of hang back and watch, and so you guys were all out there. Y'all were the ones that I was watching. Oh, how fun! But yeah, your parents are fun. You know that, don't you? How many kids are in your family?
I got 2.
Just two of you? Okay, so how old's your brother?
He'll be 19 in October.
He'll be 19. Okay. Well, y'all got a fun family. They're a lot of fun to watch. So I saw you guys out there. Very cool. So they're just plugged into the community anywhere and everywhere, and just want you to come out and support them and see some of the fun things they're doing. For sure, you're going to want to see Grandma out there dancing at the fair because that was wonderful. That was such a fun surprise. So we're going to look forward to seeing that. But we are going to pause for a second and talk about some more of my favorite people. The Corbins. Love Corbin's, the Corbin Creek Greenhouse Gifts and Gardening Center. So much fun to go out and visit with them. There are so many wonderful things going on out in the garden. They've got, of course, any produce that's, as we kind of get into this time of the year, there's still, whenever you plant plants that you get at Corbin, it's like Brian Pulley said last year, he finally had to just quit picking because it just kept producing and kept producing and kept producing. His garden was so wonderful. And so they'll pick and bring produce in as long as it's producing and probably until frost. So get ready, go and see what they have for garden veggies. I know on some of the signage that they had on social media, they said they've still got squash and peppers, potatoes, cabbage, and tomatoes, and you just can't get any better. They just do such a wonderful job out there. They have got any kind of annual they have out there is 50% off. So those are the ones that will not, perennials are the ones that come back, but the annuals, they're going to give you a great deal on. They've still got some beautiful things. If you, like me, you get your annuals and you don't water them, you got to water them, especially if they're up under the porch. You can replace them here as we start approaching our fall months, and they're also going to be your source for all of the beautiful mums. They were able to get their mums out this year. Last year they had last year they just missed 1 year because Miss Jane was ill, was under the weather. So they've got it going, and Miss Jane out there just thriving and doing great. So many wonderful things. Go out and visit with the Corbins, see everything they have beautiful in the greenhouse, see all the beautiful perennials and the mums that are coming on. They're featuring some of their succulents right now, just a beautiful array of different succulents. I have some of those in my home, and I'm finally keeping them alive with Amy's help. She's helped me learn how to do that. And when you're there, go into the garden center, of course, and pick up some CBD products that are locally produced from the plants her brother Bill grows. If you want to use CBD to see if it'll help you with arthritic issues, bug bites, things like that, go and get it locally, and that's what you're going to find at Corbin Creek. And you'll also get some beautiful handmade items from Miss Jane herself. And just can't say enough about the Corbins. Go and see them today. They're at 4920 Highway 161 in Springfield. Or you can see them at the Farmers Market while the Farmers Market lasts, I think, through the end of September. Or you can just give them a call, 615-384-3185, 615-384-3185. Always let them know U-Turn sent you. All right, let's kind of recap here. We've got the fair coming up. What did I ask you? I forgot my question. I'm a little ADD. Do y'all remember the question I asked you before I'd ask you something specific. Maybe, I don't know.
What's the difference?
Well, we already talked about that, though. We talked about the differences in the dancing and stuff like that. But don't worry about it. It don't matter. But we've got the show coming up. Well, we were talking about Miss Cheryl being your coach and that her kid here, Treble. What's your brother's name? I got to know.
Braden.
Braden and Treble. Why Treble? I'll have to ask her. Where did that name come from? Has to have something to do with music.
Well, they had a Name the Baby contest, and that's the one that everybody liked. So.
That had the Name the Baby contest. Of course they did. That's fabulous. What's your middle name?
James Dale's after my two uncles.
Okay.
Both their names.
That's awesome. That's pretty cool. But so we're going to get to see you guys perform again at our fair, which is coming up. You're going to be there which night? Tell us again.
Friday night at 6 to 7.
And that is the 22nd.
And the 22nd.
And you'll be at the stage. If you've been out to the fairgrounds, if you've not been to our fairgrounds, what are you waiting on? It is so much fun. I was out there for trading days, and we just got so many cool things happening. But the fairgrounds, when you go this Saturday and check out the farmers market, and when you pull into the fairgrounds, it's all over to the right next to the creek. They've got all that wonderful pavilion area, and you can go into the farmers market. But when you're out in that area, you'll see the staging area where this is all going to happen. And you guys will be probably down on the ground, you think, dancing right in front of the stage. And how long? Is it going to be just you guys, or are there other dance teams coming?
I think it's just going to be us. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, just performing, kind of warming everybody up for what's coming up, I would imagine. wouldn't you say? I know there'll probably be a talent show and different things going on. Are any of you guys involved in anything else at the fair?
Well, I was gonna compete at the talent show, but there's the is it Moppin' Fest, and it's like the Buck Dance Championship of Tennessee, and we're planning on going there.
Where is that?
Unionville.
Unionville?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, that's really cool. And so that is specifically a buck dance competition.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, they'll see y'all coming and they'll be like, so will the entire team compete in that?
No, ma'am. It's just individuals.
Okay. So just you, or which one of you guys are going to compete in buck dancing?
I know I am.
He's not.
Hopefully, everybody is, but
Okay. So you're going to compete?
Maybe, I don't know.
Okay. You are so cute. So much fun. Well, what are we missing, guys? We got a few minutes to wrap it up here. What have we not talked about you want to talk about? Anything we haven't covered? Get on here on that microphone. Come on, Treble. You're in the business. Come on. Get on that microphone. You know how this works.
What's it called? The one that we're going to.
Got another festival coming up?
Nationals.
So talk to me about that. When's Nationals happening? Where does that happen?
October.
It's in October. Where are you going?
21st. The Gatlinburg.
Gatlinburg. Well, you mentioned Gatlinburg a minute ago, but that is the national competition. So have y'all competed in the Nationals before?
yes, ma'am. I got in the top 10 last year, which I was really excited about.
Top 10 as in
Individuals
for buck dancing?
in clogging. It's an all clogging competition.
Oh, okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so this is the national clogging competition in Gatlinburg. So do you have any idea how many cloggers will be there?
Hundreds.
Hundreds and hundreds. So, and they're going to see y'all come in and they'll be like, they're here. They're going to win.
Hopefully.
There you go. I love it. So, are your folks going?
Probably, yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Probably my mom.
Do you think your mom's going to compete? She's pretty good.
She's too old.
Did you hear that, Cheryl? Did you hear what your child just said?
She's at school. She can't hear it.
Yeah. Well, but this is, she can listen to this later. So you're in trouble. Well, see, you just told me I'm 60 and I'm not too old. And I know your mom is a lot younger than me.
But she
Get on that microphone. Come on.
she's bad for her age. She's a little older than she acts.
No, she is not.
Oh, Cheryl. She's going to get you. She's amazing. If you've never seen her dance, if you've never heard her sing and play the fiddle and your dad, what a show they put on. They are showmen. They are absolute showmen. Love them to pieces. They were such a blessing to us. Being out at the Kilgore Station Bluegrass Festival, I got to see them, and they're just fun. They're fun to watch. So she's going to get you. She heard him. She heard you. You're in trouble. You're going to make your own supper tonight, young man. Oh, this is fun. Well, okay, kiddos, we're here in the last couple of minutes. Any parting thoughts? We'll just go. We'll start with you, Camry. Okay. Any parting thoughts as we head out?
No, not really. I just love going to competitions with this team. We have so much fun, and it's really fun to hang out with.
Would you recommend other people your age getting involved?
Yes, I would.
Yeah, because it's obviously, I have the Brown girls, Amelia and Reagan Brown, and they're part of the Tri-State Ramblers and all that kind of, so you probably have met those kids, right? Their grandfather describes the music that you guys dance to and the bluegrass music as happy music. And it is. Because, look at the smiles on your faces. What y'all are doing is it's happy music. It's a joy. It's just, I don't know. It's bright and it's life. Say again?
It's a great community.
It is. It's a great community of dancers. You talk about, so much darkness in the world. Come be a part of some light and some fun and some excitement. I think that's wonderful. And you can just see it on their faces. They love what they do. So that's awesome. So do you have any parting thoughts for us, Elizabeth?
Come see us at the Robertson County Fair.
There you go. That's a good promoter right there. Good job. Okay. And Will, any parting thoughts? Right on the microphone, sweetheart. No, you don't want to talk. You don't have anything to say. Okay. You're a quiet boy. You're funny. Treble, I know you got something. Parting thoughts? You want to apologize to your mother?
No, she's all right. She's good.
She's good. Well, I'm very excited to know you guys. Thank y'all for coming in and spending some time with me here. And I will look you guys up at the fair.
Yes, Yes, ma'am.
I want to see it. And tell your grandma I want to see it. And again, I need to go see Cheryl and give me some lessons or somebody. So, I'd love to learn. I would. I'd love to learn about dance. That's just always been kind of one of my bucket list things. You come to the garage. All right. I'm gonna just come to the garage, man, and hang out with you guys and let y'all teach me some steps. That'd be cool. How much fun.
Bring
Tennessee.
a fan, though.
Do what?
Bring a fan.
Bring a fan. Is it a little warm? It's gonna cool off here pretty soon. It'll cool off pretty
My
soon.
garage, there ain't no cold in there.
It's no, oh my goodness. We'll have to let you, I have a big barn if you ever need a place to dance. Y'all can come up and dance in my barn. We'll let you, I got a great loft. We'll have to do something sometime. That'd be fun. Have just a big old dance party. I love it. That's how we do it here in Tennessee, y'all. Tennessee Rhythm, the state fair champions. So proud of you guys. Thank y'all for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Come see them at the fair on the Friday night of the fair, the 22nd, and time again, 6
to 7.
6 to 7. You're going to want to come and see these folks. Thank you guys for joining us here at 1 Street Over, and I hope you have a wonderful day. This is 1100 WSGI. God bless.